Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. This time on the old magic roundabout, we've got a Mettoys coach. That's all I know about it. Don't know the name of the coach or anything. Just a Mettoys, metal toys. Yeah, as you can see, it's had a bit of fair wear to it. I know this is a recent purchase of mine. Purchased it recently, as you saw it on the couple of months ago. But I need to do this one because the glass on the top, I need to put it, I can't really put it in a box or put it away anywhere because I don't want the glass damaging. And I keep looking at it, it's on the side here, and I think, yeah, I've got to do it. Something different. It's unusual, so we're going to give it a go. So I'd just like to welcome all the new friends of the channel. Welcome aboard, thank you very much. And welcome back all the old friends of the channel. Thanks for your support, it's much appreciated. Right, okay then. Let's get this off the magic, get it on the bench, and we'll get stuck in and see what we're doing with it. Okay, I've zoomed out a bit on this one because it's quite chunky, and I'll get too close, you won't be able to see much. Okay. It says Fast Toys on there, but it says Mettoys in there. You probably see it better than I can through the camera, but Mettoy company. It's got, looks like Castoys on there. All right, and that's all it's got on the base. Tin base. I'm not sure about the wheels, whether they're plastic or not. We'll find out in a minute. As you can see, the glass, the reason I want to do this is because that glass, I'm not going to get it perfect, and I've looked around and I can't get any spares for it. And you want some big vac forming machine to do something with this, and I want to try and keep it as original as possible, glass wise anyway. So I'm going to try the best I can to clean this up. Now, if it all goes tits up, then, well, it is what it is. We'll try and do something with it. But I'm fairly confident that we can do something with it. As you can see, if you look here, all around there, in the front, it was painted gold. It looked like a metallic gold. It's been base coated. Okay. But we're not going to, what we're going to do, we're going to give it a normal primer, and we're going to give it a blue, which is what it is. I think it's a metallic blue. I think what they've done is they use a metallic gold or whatever, and they put a light cut over it. We're going to give it a metallic blue, and I'm going to go with the silver in here just to make it look a bit better, in my opinion, because it's got a few details we can do. We do the bumper, number plate, pick that out, the arrows at the back and front, bit of chrome here, spotlights at the back. At the end of the day, it is what it is. It's never going to be original now, and it's damaged glass, so we can do what we want with it. So I've already took the top off. Just one small leap for mankind. I've took the rivet, removed that. So basically it's a lift and separate again. There you go. Tin base. You can see where that's plastic there. Been rubbing on there. Look at that over the years. On there. So that's the base. The wheels, the tyres are okay actually. We can take them off. They're pretty good. But I'm pretty sure they're plastic wheels on there. I haven't got a magnet to try it with. But the tyres are okay, which is good. I'm pretty sure I have been wrong in the past. Let's put it this way. They're not going in a caustic soda. And I don't know if they ain't going to pull out, are they? We'll have to investigate that, what we can do. We might just have to mask them off and leave them on. So I can't afford to damage this in such a way that I can't replace anything. Right, that's the base. That's the tyres. Let's have a look in here. This is your door and your gizmo. Your man just lifts off. Okay. There he is. We can paint him up. Because he's lost his... He looks like Gary Worth there, but half and half. Something like that. We'll clean him up. We'll clean the plastic up. We're not going to paint this because this was originally red plastic and it will stay the same. We'll just try and polish it up with some plastic polish. We'll give him a coat of paint. I'm not going to put facial features on it because he hasn't got any. You can't see it. Might paint his coat one colour, shoes another. There's that. We'll see when the time comes. Right, the glass. Okay, let's have a look. I don't think it is riveted, because those rivets, if you look, don't pin over onto the glass. So we might be lucky to get this out. But the thing is, if you look along here, it looks like it's dropped there, and there, and at the front. And you can push it up a bit. But let's try and get it out. Oh, there, it's coming, look. And that's a bonus. There you go. I think what's holding it in is these. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it? Flipping heck. It's quite thick, though. It's quite thick. There's a crack coming across there to that hole there. Be careful of that. And I think, yeah, okay. Right, look at the mess here. So this is going to have to be cleaned in warm soapy water. That looks like it's rough as heck, that is. I don't know quite what's gone wrong with that. So this is the shell. Okay. Alrighty, let's have a look. Yeah. It's got a bit of a bend in there, a bit of a kink in there. See if we can straighten that out. That's one. These are okay along there. That's okay that side. That one's got a bit of a kink in it. Just a slight tad there. It looks to be twisted. You can see that, look. It looks to be twisted. You follow that line there, it looks to be twisted. Let's get a bit close up on it. See that? Look. It looks like it's twisted there. Let's try this side. That side's not. So, how the hell did that get twisted then? That's weird, isn't it? It must be moulded like that, surely. Anyway, straighten that out a little bit. Yep, okay. This will go in the caustic, definitely. It's got like a dimple surface around there at the front. I don't know why that's quite like that, but it's obviously in a moulding. Got some extractor fans on the front. On the top, sorry. Yeah. Anyway, let's zoom out. Sorry, now I've flicked the wrong button. Yeah, we're zoomed out now. I'm hoping that's going to come off of there. It might. We'll give it a wash first. I'm not going to mess about too much with it. But that's weird. That looks like something's been spilt in there. It's on the front there. Or was that the back? Anyway, there we go. So these is all our bits and pieces. Like we say, not sure what we're going to do with this yet. That base is a little bit bent. Let's straighten that out. Yeah, if you look at them axles, there's no way I will be able to get them out. They won't go back any further. I think I would say they're a push fit, but wait a minute. Just wait 1 second. I'm going to try something. It probably won't work. because I don't think my puller's big enough actually to go over there. I don't think my puller will go. My small puller that I got, I don't think he'll go over there. Oh, I don't know, it might just. See what it does. He who dares wins and all that, chaps, you know. See if it does anything. It might and it might not. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's off. Look at that. Okay. Yeah, it's like a light alloy. You're definitely not going to put that in the caustic soda. So, yeah, and there's a spline shaft. I just have to get a bit of soft wood to knock that back on there. I've got a rubber mallet, but I'm not going to use that. I have got, yeah, I've got a, if I can dig it out somewhere, I've got one of those copper mallets one side, and it's like a soft wood the other side. Anyway, I'm waffling. Okay, that's it. Right, that's out the caustic soda. That didn't take very long. Paint was very weak on that. Yeah, so there we go. And the base, not quite clean. Right, now I've had to rethink about this, and I was looking to find out a bit more information about this streamlined coach. And I think what I'm going to do, because it's quite, I wouldn't say it's rare, you know, I mean, it's not like rare, like, you know, oh, you can't touch it. It's it is reasonably rare. So what I'm going to do, I've changed my original plan. I'm going to go with the original colours what were on this, and apparently what I saw, the pictures of what I've seen, is this is all gold below that coach line, yeah, and the front grille is gold. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go with that. Okay, so trying to keep it reasonably original. Obviously it's not original because I've took the base off, but you know, looking at the Google images as well, I noticed that the glass in this, as you saw when I showed you originally, it looked like it dropped down. Well, a lot of these, there's only about 2 or 3 on Google images, and I've done a bit of research. They all look like they dropped down. I think these were generally cheap toys. So that being said, I have actually washed the glass. I haven't cleaned it up properly, but I've washed it. I've got all that dirty muck off best I could. Obviously I don't want to rough handle it too much because I don't want to break it or make it any worse than what it is. So I'm now going to have to clean it all up, sand it all down, and try and get the best I can out of it. Yeah, so that's where we are at the minute. I'm a bit concerned about this at the front here, because I think, I mean, I've rubbed it, warm watered it, everything else. I think whatever that is, it seemed to have got itself a bit ingrained. If you can see some fracture marks in there, just slight little, you know, you get a little hairline, tiny crack, and I think a lot of the muck has got in them grooves. So I'm going to have to do some sanding on here to try and get that back. But luckily, it's quite thick, so I might get away with that. So we'll try, but I don't want to handle it, and it's not too bad. Around top area, it's fairly tough, but around here, it's a little bit weak, so I have to be careful. But we'll see. At least the paint's off. I'm going to get some paint on. So I'm going metallic blue and a polar gold at the bottom. Okay, so I'll probably paint it all gold first. Might as well, and then mask off this bit here. Okay, there. All right, and probably mask off that bit as well. Alrighty. Okay, but I'm going to add a few extra tiny little bits, not too much. I'll probably paint them vents. We'll see. You'll see. Anyway, there we go. Quick update before we go into paint. All wire brushed down, all cleaned up. I've just smoothed out panel line through there, casting lines, should I say, through there. Just took the top off it, you know. Gone around all the windows, got rid of all the rough flash around the windows. Now, I tapped out that edge there because it was a little bit out. And this twist on here, what I've done is it wasn't, I think it was in the casting more than the thing itself. So I've just filed it so it looks relatively straight. Don't look so bad. And the piece on the back, I've tried to get in the camera, I've straightened that bit out. So excuse the paint on fingers, I've been painting there and there. And how I've done that was just basically used, this is a bamboo, piece of bamboo, I think it was a toothbrush, and my metal, and that just basically got it in there and just lightly tapped it. It don't want much to get in here, and just tap them out. Okay, so that's what I've done. But as you can see, it's awkward, and I'm trying to do it on camera. You're not going to see it very well. But yeah, so that's where we are at the minute. So we're all cleaned up. Going to put some meths on it and get some primer on it and see where we go from there. Okie dokie. So I'll get this all painted so I can work on the windscreen. Oh, I'll tell you what I did do though. Thinking about it, look, there you go. That's the original, the wheel was. Now I'll put some of the old polish on it. The old auto sole. Put it in the drill and it come up nice. So we're thinking about doing it this way, leaving these natural rather than painting silver. Might as well, mightn't I? Look pretty cool. So that's the before and after. Before and after. There you go. Right, crack on. Okay, it's all go here. I'll tell you. Flat out, mate. Flat out. Right, what I've been doing is working on this windscreen. As you saw in the last clip, we've got all this horrible manky stuff in there. And I couldn't get it out by scrubbing it or just normal messing around. So, you see this side? Look at that. And what we've done there, started off using a scraping blade. And just basically scraping it. I'll try and do it on camera. It's a bit awkward because I need room. Just scraping it. You don't scrape with a point like that. Scrape it flat. Okay. It won't do it any harm as long as you keep your blade flat to the surface. Yeah. And just an even scrape, even though you're not on the bit that's got paint on it, because you don't want your window unit to look uneven. And you're basically scraping like that. Okay. It's gradually coming off. You can turn it around in your hand and do it from a different direction. But there's only, let me just see something here. You know, get it real close. Yeah. Keeping that flat. God, it's awkward when it's real close, isn't it? Keeping that flat across there like that. So you're only taking bits off. Okay. This only really, if you've got a thin window unit going across there, then I wouldn't bother because you might end up going scraping through it. So just gradually scrape it through. Okay, squeeze all the paint on my hand. I've got a lot of things on the go this morning. Yeah, so just keep going like that. Because this side was as bad as that side. In fact, this was worse. And then what I did then, I'll zoom out a bit now. Bit more. Yeah, what I did then was I hit it with my sanding sponges. You can use wet and dry, not a problem. Yeah, but this is my personal choice. I'm going through with the sanding sponges, or your wet and dry, whichever you want to use. Okay, I'm not going to do it all because it's going to it takes too long. I'm just going to give you what I'll do, and then give it the rough over with the roughest. Okay, and then work your way up to another one, not that one, this one. Gradually work your way up the grit. Okay, don't start off with something like about 80 or something like. You start off in the hundreds here. You work it like that, and when my buffer is about had it now, unfortunately, you can see it's all coming off. I've got another one here, some of it, it's not brilliant. It's this one here, it's a smaller one. And then when you get up there, just try it. Just give it a little bit of a buff. And if it's not, you're not happy with it, okay, then what I do then, if I'm not happy with it, I've got these sanding sponges, like this. You can get them, coarse mesh. Yeah, this is 1200. 12, that's 12,000, 8,000, 6,000, and it goes down in increments like that. You can get them. I've got a set here, pocket polishing kit. Yeah, if you read that and pause it. Yeah, I got that. You get sanding sponges with it. You get a bit of cloth. You get instructions, and you get some of this microgloss liquid abrasive. This is like to finish off, give it a bit of a polish at the end after you buffered it. So I use a bit of that. So a bit of 6,000. You can use just wet or dry, and just keep working your way up. Yeah, and then 8,000, 12,000. Then a little bit of this on. I don't use their cloth. I personally use cotton bed sheet. You know, a lot easier. Obviously not a full size. I just never get it under the thing. But yeah, work your way up, and then you get into this stage here. It's all polished up and looks nice. Well, it looks better than what it was anyway. Let's put it that way. Can't be any worse, can it? So I've got all this to do. So it's going to take me a while. It really is. So, but hopefully it'll be worth it in the end. So that's where we're at. So, bit of scraping if that's what you need to do. Don't always do it. Only if you've got paint that you can't get off or it's in ground like these are in these little hairline cracks. Okay. So there's a little hairline crack there. You've got to be careful of, and across there. Think about it, what you're doing. If you need to do it, do it. All right, sharp blade. Keep it flat. There you go. All right. And then get your various wet and dries or your various grits and work your way up to your buffer. All right, I drilled the base, took it out. What's a bit of strain in there. Got a nice piece of sponge in. This is nice and clean, this one, which is good. There's your front suspension and rear suspension. And he's got your steering bit in there. They just basically make a slot in there for your steering. Quite, if you can just see it in there, that little slot there. So your wheel can go up and turn. Quite clever really, but simple. So that's your base. I shall have to file your wheels off there. Get these off. But yeah, it's a bit rusty, the axles, so they need cleaning. Interior, back form, good condition. Look at that, it's virtually new, isn't it? That, virtually new. Wow. That's not a lot of play. A lot of dirt got in there, is it? So I won't even touch that. Oh, okay. Yeah, got a bit of a disappointment. Under all that paint, there's a crack. Right across there, look, at the back there. Which is a shame. I haven't got a replacement screen. I didn't expect to replace that. Maybe I should have scraped the glass off and had a look previous. So, what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to tap and screw this one. Simply because I was going to buy a new screen. Or if I can get another one of these which is damaged, I'll take the screen out of it, but I've only got this one. That's a shame. So we'll do it anyway. We'll take the screen out, we'll restore it, and I'll use screws. Okay, So I'll just drill and tap with the 1.6, and drill, and then a 2mm tap and some M2x4 screws. Okay, I've got the soldering iron on to warm up to take that out. It's quite a thick screen in here. Got a 3mm, probably about 5mm thick near enough that. We'll have a look when we get it out. But yeah. So I'll back in a minute when it's heated up. Okay, we're all masked up, ready to go. I used some of the white flexible Tamiya tape to go around the curves as close to the edge. There's no real sharp edge to go by, it's a rounded edge on there. I've masked the bumpers up, so yeah, there's no definite edge on there. It's rounded, so you have to get as close as you can to it. I've been sitting there debating whether to keep the bumpers and the grill gold like it original, or go silver. I don't know, I was messing about, so I thought, sorry, I'll go with the gold. Don't like it, I'll go with the silver. But yeah, so we're ready to go. So I'll give this a coat of metallic blue and see what it comes out like. There it is. I've just demasked it. It's been about half hour since I painted that top coat on there. Yeah, surprisingly quite pleased with that actually. The colour combo is unusual, but it works. I've kept the front gold, the bumpers gold as it showed you, as it was as the original there as well. So I kept all that gold best I can. Masking didn't seem to go off too bad. Got a decent line there. There's no major bleed through. There's a little bit there. Well, there's a little tiny mark there, and the tops of them overriders. That's all. Pretty good that. And that's using no lacquer. I know a lot of people use lacquer when they've masked up, but I don't see the point myself personally, but it's everybody's choice. Like we said before, everybody's personal choice. So there you go. The blue that I've used is the I've gone with the Alpha's route this time. Alpha's crystal blue metallic. Okay, there you go. That's what we got. So now just got to lacquer it now. We've got to lacquer it. I've got to touch these two little bits up here and there, and then get a lacquer on it before I touch it properly. I mean, I can touch the bottom bit. That's gold's been done for about 2 or 3 days, so that's fine. Yeah, there you go. Okay, dokie. And just while we're on it, I've been working on the glass. I've got majority of the marks out of it. Obviously, these cracks, I won't get all them out. Those cracks don't go right through, but they're significant enough. I can't shave any more off there because it'll probably collapse. There's a lot of heavy pitting, really deep pitting in there, so I won't be able to get them out either. Even though the glass is quite thick, you've got to be careful. If you thin it out too much, you're going to give yourself real problems. So yeah, it's getting there. This will take a lot of work to get this to looking somewhere near. That mark there is where the window is actually. This is how much it is below the window. So every time I put it in and out, I get a scuff mark there. Look. What I have done, I can't get over that, you know, the way they butchered that. Look at that. It's awful, isn't it? I've sanded a lot of this down and shaved it at the top, this piece. And also there's a big seam across there. Shaved all that off as well. So it can sit as far up as I can get it. Okay. Right, so we've got to keep on. This is going to take ages, I tell you. But we'll do it the best we can. Right. Lacquer time. Right. let's deal with the this first. This is as far as I'm going to go. It's been lacquered and everything else. I'm not going to put any more added details to this because I want to try and keep it reasonably, and I mean reasonably, to the original spec. But what I have done, I couldn't resist this because they were blank, just big flat surfaces there, so I'll put some of them stick-on plastic lights on the front there in a goldy colour to keep in with the front bumper. I'm not going to do the number plates because the actual original one this was gold, the number plate at the front, but I'm going to keep it blue because I think it'd be too much gold between these two, so I'm going to keep it blue. And the number plates weren't painted in. The only thing I haven't done, and I haven't got, and I can't do it, is I haven't got the headed board which says private. But I don't know, I might get somebody to make me one up and I can stick it on at any time really. So that's not really detrimental. And the back, I've done the same here. I put two little plastic, those fake jewels in there. They look quite nice, they fit in a tree. I'm not going to do the lights on the back there because it's a bit of a job to know how far to go with it really. I could quite easily paint them in orange if I wanted to, and do that chrome, and then if I start doing that, then I'm going to start putting bits of chrome around here and everywhere else, and I want to try and keep it basically as it was. The only alterations that I've done really is put those plastic dual headlights in it, so I think that's the way to go. I think it's quite smart. Now that's that bit. The glass is the best I can get it, I'm afraid. It's a lot cleaner and a lot sharper than it was before. So we're all done with that. I've sanded it, I've polished it, I've used de-scratching polish on it and all sorts, and I've got it. This is the best I can get it. It's going to be a screw base on this one, so which is going to be very rare, and if I ever come across one which is the body is badly damaged or corroded, but the glass is okay, then I can always take it out and replace it. Yeah. So there we are. So that's the glass. So we're about ready for assembly really, and I've put the wheels back in. I've cleaned these wheels up and polished the hubs up. Makes it look a lot better. So that's ready to go. So it's like a semi-sympathetic restoration, if you know what I mean. And I haven't done anything. I was going to put a face on the man and put a hat on him, but I thought, well, no, if you're going down the semi-sympathetic route, then you just got to keep it as it is. So that's where we are now. So what I'm going to do is get ready. We're going to install this. Now I'm debating whether to glue the screen in or not, and I think it will hold by itself. I don't particularly want to glue it in because if I'm trying to get it out at some point, I don't want to do any more damage than I have to. So it's going to be a case of I'll put it in, suck it and see if it'll hold, and then we can put it together. Which let's have a look. I might as well do it while I'm here, mightn't I? Eh? Which is the front, which is the back? That's it, yeah. So we've got to get this. Yeah, you've got to get this right in. Push it as far as it can. Let me come out a bit. There you go. Let me push it in as far as I can. Tight. And you can't see so much of the window tops now as we could before, which is good. So I think we might get away with it. If it falls down, it falls down. Not a lot I can do about it. Spin it around here. Your man should go in there, I think. Yeah, so look, that needs to go in a bit. I think, yeah, that must be in it, yeah. Yeah, there you go. There you see it. No, you don't. Right, okay. I don't want to sit this on the ground because when you do, you pushes the glass back out again. I don't want to do that, do I? Got a little screw in here somewhere. Where is it? There it is. Okay, let's go. That hook's in the back. Got to bring it right up. There you go, that's in. Alrighty. Get my screwy driver. Pick that up. Screw it in. There you go, he's in, out, shake it all about. Do the okey cokey and whatever. Yeah, we're in. And we're done. So what do you think? Put in the comments if you think I should put some more bling on it or leave it as it is. I'm tempted to leave it as it is for now, because this is an old 50s toy and I think it looks okay as is. So let's get it on the Magic and have a look at it anyway. Here we are then, all done and dusted. The old Mettoys, Castoys streamlined coach. Yeah. Bit of fun, this one. A lot of work on the windscreen. It's not perfect, as we know, as I explained before. But I've kept it as near original. Well, these things are never original once you undo them, anyway. But yeah, I think it looks quite smart in the gold and the blue. Unusual colour scheme, but there you go. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite big. When he goes around the light box, it goes light and dark. But yeah, the little man works, as we've seen. In and out. Hubs have been cleaned up and polished. Yeah, it's quite nice. So let me know in the comments, just a matter of interest, how far would you go with this? Would you want me to paint all the extra details in it? The orange lights at the back, the directional lights at the back, as I think they are, and stuff like that. Just let me know, a matter of interest. See what the consensus is. Okay, right. We'll leave this one here then. Be lucky, be happy, and enjoy whatever you're doing. Okie doke then, and we'll see you all next week with another restoration. Okay then. We'll see you later then. Bye for now. And we'll cut it